specific image taken with an error to discuss. That's fine. Stacey, here's what I do. This is a great way of doing it. You've got my cell phone number, which I don't usually give it out to strange women, but in your case, I did make an exception.
Thank you.
What I would do is, if you get a funky image, whether it's 2D or 3D, do a screenshot, just take your phone, boom, take it, and say, hey, Griff, why do you think I got this?
Ooh, because great.
I have people sending me all the time, right? My wife's like, boy, who are these people? I'm like, I work with. But after I've gone through a few of them with you, you'll go like, oh, and you'll spot that one staff member who constantly is gotten them lurched forward, or on the 2D, they're constantly cutting off the front teeth, or whatever it is, right? So send me some of the images and just say, hey, what do you think? What is the problem here? Because images tell me everything. I can tell you typically what you're doing right and wrong right off the bat.
It seems like sometimes we have fuzzy premolars.
Okay, yep. And here's the thing. If you've got fuzzy premolars, right, a lot of times what's happening is that person's more of a square jaw person, right?
Okay.
They're more of a square jawed person, and you've got it set in a horseshoe. If you notice on the screen when you're doing it, there's a little horseshoe button. You can click that, and nine different little boxes appear.
Oh.
The top is for a small arch, medium arch, and then large arch, and then going this way, it is horseshoe.
Okay.
Or excuse me, narrow like a V, horseshoe, and then square. So this machine has a unique ability. If you see somebody, you say open wide, and they don't look like a horseshoe. They either look narrow or they look really squared off. You can hit the appropriate one, and so then the machine will actually follow that patient's anatomy perfectly and will alleviate that.
That's great. Okay.
Now, why don't I always show that? Because sometimes it's overwhelming to the staff. They're like, oh my gosh, you just showed us how to do a 3D. Now you're telling us to open up patient's mouth and da-da-da. No, only if you're having an issue. If it's brought to my attention that you're having an issue with that, if you were an orthodontic practice, I tell you, chances are that patient is squared in the front. Go to that selection, click it, and take that image and see the difference. Because it will make a difference on it. But here's the other thing. Guys, 2Ds aren't perfect. It is, a 2D can vary from patient to patient, all on how cooperative they are and their anatomy. That's the problem with 2D. 3D, you could take any Tom, Dick, or Harry, put them in there, and still get a good image.
Wow.
3D is more is easier than 2D. 2D is just more difficult. It's just you're traditionally used to asking for 2D, but let me ask the doctors this. If you could take a 3D for less radiation than that 2D pan and get 100 times the diagnostics, why wouldn't you take it?
Right.
I mean, insurance? I don't know. I showed you how to make a pan out of it, didn't I?
Yes. I had to struggle. I haven't been hands-on enough. Show me again. It took me a long time to find it last time.
Okay. We're going to make it super easy. Now remember, anything you forget, if you guys go right up here to this YouTube icon that's grayed out.
Oh, okay.
That YouTube icon has over 200 videos, tutorial videos. So it'll take you through any of these if you forget. Okay. So I'm going to pull up an image. This is one I got it up in Ogden, Utah. And this is you guys wouldn't believe it, but the patient came in to the doctor and said, hey, I think I've got perio disease up front. Well, they took the image. No, you got a giant cyst up front.
Wow.
That big hole is not supposed to be there. That big hole, all that missing anatomy is not supposed to be.
Wow.
Okay? But if I wanted to make a pan out of this will be interesting. Come right up here.
Okay.
Up to the top toolbar next to Explorer, hit Panoramic. Okay. Now, when you look at it, you look and say, well, Griff, that's not a pan. No, it's a horrible one. Horrible one. Okay. So if you come over to the right-hand side where it says Panoramic, you have two icons on the end, A and F. These are two different algorithms. I always hit F or A first just to see what it says. Okay. Not too bad. Okay? Now, hit F, click it. They're two different ones. Sometimes one works better than the other. Just depends on what we're looking at.
Wow.
So that would probably be better. Now, let me explain something, folks. Is this as sharp as your 2D pan? No, it's not supposed to be. This is only one little tiny section of that pan. This is only one tiny plane of the pan, right? But we took the 3D, so you're going to walk through buccally or axially, sagittally, and coronally through that 3D. You will find everything. The only thing y'all are using this for is send off the insurance company. That's it. So how do I do it? Well, click the camera. You just turned it into a JPEG. Come up the upper left-hand corner, hit 2D. Now let's sharpen it just to make everybody happy, even though the insurance company probably doesn't know what they're looking at, right? Now look at that tooth back here that I just noticed. Look at this back here.
Just noticed that. Dr. Foster had written something in the chat. We are having problems with, where is the chat now?
Yep, here. Currently, our biggest reason to happen too is both billing and provider comfort. Yes. I think the online radiology classes would be helpful. The billing department is working on adding our bill codes. My Medicaid reimbursement is limited. Yes, it is. Got it. I think we will still have the best best practice though. Yeah, I agree, Doc. And here's the thing. You guys got to realize that imaging companies like me are selling 99% of our machines 3D today. We're hardly selling in 2D. Insurance is getting forced to get on board. They don't have a choice because everybody is using 3D. Now, are they their friends? Are they there to help anybody? No, they're not. It's just a dental discount program, right? But the truth is, when you're able to take images like this, right, the diagnostics that you're getting from them is huge, right? You have to figure out how you want to bill them out. If you want to take a regular 2D and bill it out that way, but you used an ultra low dose 3D in order to find something, you just want to just go ahead and bill out as a panoramic image, totally do that. It's up to you folks. Not every insurance company is going to take what I'm showing you here yet. They're getting more and more on board, but it's more, the 3D is more for diagnostics and surgical predictability. That's what it's for. And knowing that you can take these 3D for a very tiny dose, like this image here, if I wanted to do just the mandible, I could have taken it for 20 microsieverts. Folks, 20 microsieverts is equal to 2 DEXIS PAs, or 2 of your phosphorus plate images. So I could get the whole mandible, a whole maxilla, for radiation amount that would be equal to 2 PAs. Why on earth would you not take that?
Right.
You could still bill out as a panoramic, or take a panoramic if you needed to, but you could take a 3D at a super, super low dose and get all the information you need. It's up to you to figure out how you want to do that, because you know your practice better than I do. Make sense?
It does.
Does this help a little bit? Do you feel a little more comfortable? We can do these anytime you guys want. You just let me know. Casey, all you got to do is give me a call.
Okay, this is very helpful.
You're not going to absorb everything all at once. And that's why I always try to do these things in stages with you folks. But Casey, big thing is, if you get a funky image, email or text it over to me. Say, hey, Griff, what do you think this is?
Okay.
What do you think this is? Because a lot of times it points a finger back to like one staff member that maybe they just didn't get this down, or they're the new staff member that hasn't been through the training, or, but it also helps the doctors, because now the doctors say, well, okay, I can see what we can do with this. I can see the usefulness. This image that this guy took up in Ogden, this is an ultra low dose image. All this anatomy that this guy took and got on this image, it's the radiation of 35 microsieverts. That's basically 3.5 PAs worth.
Wow.
But yet you've got all of this information. And believe me, this guy's got a lot more stuff going on than what you're even seeing here. He's got all kinds of stuff. But even in this ultra low dose, I want to show you. Let's blow this up. I noticed this. you can even, in this very low dose, I can hone in and I can see those canals. I can see the smallest canals.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Any other questions at all? Anybody think of anything? Well, Tace, let's call it quits.
Okay.
And then if you've got questions or need anything, remember we got the video library there too for you guys. Okay.
Yes.
So you guys just need to let me know. Thanks, Dr. Foster. Yeah, and if the doctors have specific things they want to go through, you guys just give me a holler. I'm more than happy to do them. I can do them after hours for you too. You don't have to do them during hours. Whatever you guys want to do. Okay.
Thank you very much. That has been very helpful.
You guys go have a great day. Enjoy the weather. What's it out there? It's 100% humidity today?
It was really nice this morning. I'm not sure what it is right now.
And we're getting ready for big storms coming out here, so we'll get our little dose of humidity in Colorado. So we'll see.
Oh, boy.
Gosh. All right. You
enjoy
all have
your
a great
day.
week, okay? Thank you,
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Recording stop.
Okay.